This video has been funded in part by the Guild via Patreon. Check out the links in the description or at the end of this video for more details. Hello everybody, my name is Chris Gildart, and welcome to the first episode of the Daily Grind, the show where I give you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of the games we know and love. This is actually something that I've done over on the Discord server, but also in places like Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTube comments. So I thought, why not make some content around it? We all want to know how to unlock certain things and grinding tips to get us closer to that sweet platinum trophy or 100% achievement. So this is a show for that. I plan to do a lot of stuff on Warriors content, obviously, but I also plan to cover some other games I'm having fun with or I just want to talk about. Sometimes these videos will be as simple as this is what I do to quickly level up my characters. And sometimes it'll be this is how you can unlock this weapon, character, achievement, or what have you. The Daily Grind isn't going to be a one and done type of show. I do hope that you enjoy this new show, and if there's something specific you'd like to see me cover, leave a comment below with your suggestion, and of course, while you're down there, give this video a like and subscribe for more. Alright, we're done talking about the show, let's get on to the actual topic at hand. For a long time, the Japanese Xbox 360 exclusive Dynasty Warriors 5 Special has been an elusive entry in my favorite game franchise of all time. I do plan to do an import report episode on it, but now that it's in my hands and I can play a game that holds a similar status to Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper, I don't want to have to deal with only using the 4-hit combo of the first weapons. This is probably my biggest gripe with restarting any Warriors game. It's not much of an issue when it's a brand new title. Whenever we do get Dynasty Warriors 10, I will welcome the growth that I'll feel by starting with a limited moveset and slowly working my way to the full combo. But when I go back to these older games, this is one thing that has always been an annoyance. So after playing through a couple of stories, I set out to find the easiest way to unlock the third weapon for all characters. The thing is, Dynasty Warriors 5 also has a mechanic that adds an extra level of depth into what I would want. You see, Dynasty Warriors 5 has light, medium, and heavy weapons. Heavy weapons are usually slower but pack more punch. The slower movesets always made me feel like the game itself was slowing down, and I didn't want that. So not only did I set out to find the best method for unlocking the third weapon for everybody, but also to ensure that I was at least getting a medium weight. First things first, we're gonna have to establish something. I played Dynasty Warriors 5 Special, which, similar to Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends, has all of the characters unlocked. If you're playing with Dynasty Warriors 5 Vanilla, I'll also cover which characters' stories you'll need to play through in order to unlock the necessary stages for these grinding methods. The first thing that I thought about was that I wanted to be able to start grinding for the third weapon with a brand new character, default stats, and everything. I didn't want to have to play through a handful of stages in order to take on a harder stage to unlock the weapons, because I might as well just play through their story. I also didn't want to have to play with a brand new character on hard difficulty. I wanted to be able to do this on easy, normal at most. So the first thing I set out to do was find a quick stage I could play through. The first stage being the Battle of Shiyang. This is one of the first stages that comes up in free mode, so it makes it really easy to find while playing on the Japanese Dynasty Warriors 5 Special. It's also the first stage of Dongzhuo's story, so it has to be an easier stage for new characters. Now, in order to unlock this stage, you need to unlock Dongzhuo. In order to do that, you need to finish Diao Chan's story. Before that, you need to complete Lu Bu's story. And in order to unlock Lu Bu, you have to play through at least one character's story of each Wei, Wu, and Shu. So you do need to play through at least 5 stories before you get to this point. How I would tackle the stage to be as fast as possible is to go for the box just to the right of the first attack base you come up on. While doing this method, you can either go for both weapons and items, or just weapons if that's all you're looking for. After this, run past the base toward the bridge in the north. It will trigger an event blocking your path. Not long after this event, another will trigger showing boulders falling down the hill to the west. If you time it right, you can actually run up this hill before the boulders start falling. Once you're up the hill, this is the first and only officer you're actually going to kill. It may take some time after you kill this officer, but another event will trigger where a boulder will create a bridge to get across to the north. Once across, in the top northwest corner is a gate. On the left is a box with a rage token. This will be good to get for taking out Zhang Jiao at the end of the stage. And on the right is another weapon and item box. Now we're completely done with this area and we can make our way to the northeastern side. Once you make it through this path, you'll see another weapon and item box to the left. If you make your way south along the wall, you'll find a supply base, and just outside is another weapon and item box. After this, you can swing around the base and make your way to the south again. Before you cross the bridge though, be sure to grab the final weapon box. And from here, you just need to take out Zhang Jiao and you're golden. I did find this method took me a little longer than I would want, and it mostly gave me heavy third weapons on easy, and even on normal taking a couple of playthroughs in order to get a medium weighted weapon. Plus, on normal, Zhang Jiao will activate rage himself, making it less of a casual grinding experience. If all you're looking for is a method to get the third weapon right away, and you don't care about the weight, this might be the method for you, but I wanted a faster, more efficient method. The second method I explored was just going to the first 5-star stage listed in free mode. That stage was the Yellow Turban Rebellion on the Yellow Turban side. In order to unlock this stage, you'll have to play through Zhang Jiao's story, as it's his last stage. In order to unlock Zhang Jiao, you need to play through Liu Bei, Cao Cao, and Sun Jian's story. In order to unlock them, you need to play through 4 of each of their respective dynasties' stories, meaning you need to play through 16 stories before you can tackle this method. That is, of course, if you don't have Extreme Legends, or if you're like me and your financial weight is much like Lu Bu at Wuzhong Plains and is just non-existent, so you not only bought Shin Sangoku Musou 4 Special, but also a Japanese Xbox 360 so you can play it. I won't go too in-depth on this one because, I'll be honest, in order to take a brand new character into this stage, you are going to have to take it really slow. You'll also want to make sure you take out all of the enemy officers so you can not only gain those stat increases, but you also have to take them all out in order to win the battle. If you do that, you'll easily find 3 weapon boxes throughout the stage. The first one being by the Yellow Turban main camp, the second one being down by Sun Jian and his troops, and the third being in the northwest by Liu Bei's unit. Even on easy, this is a tough as nails stage. So if you really want to go with this method, be prepared to die a couple of times. This last method is going to honestly be the easiest. If you're curious as to why I went through the other 2 methods, it's because I wanted to show you what I did in order to find the most optimal method. I had access to all the stages right from the start, so I didn't actually have to play through 16 stories before being able to try the Yellow Turban stage. But I quickly realized that it took way too long to be considered good for grinding. Even on easy, it was still too hard, and putting the difficulty down further would mean no guarantee at a medium weighted third weapon. So I started exploring the other 5-star difficulty stages. The best one I found was the Conquest of Nanzhong on the Nanman side. In order to unlock this in Vanilla Dynasty Warriors 5, you'll need to complete Lu Xun's story, who is already unlocked from the start, and Zhuge Liang's story, which you need to complete one other Shu story. This will unlock Meng Huo, and the Conquest of Nanzhong is his final story stage. Not only are you able to grab 3 weapon boxes very easily, you can also make a beeline directly to the enemy commander without the need to take out any other enemies. So make sure you jump in on easy. If you have a horse, that's going to make things that much better, but it's not a requirement. You're going to start from one of 2 places, but either way, make your way to the middle area with all of the poison water. Along the north wall are the first weapon and item boxes. Next, we're going to take the lower path towards the west, where you're going to come across some archer towers and the second weapon and item boxes. Now we're going to head up to the most northern part of the map where the juggernauts are, and in the middle of all of this are the third and last weapon and item boxes. From here, you just need to head to the northeast part of the map and take out Zhuge Liang. He may use rage, and he does have an officer with him, so be careful. If you have a healer bodyguard, it's probably a good idea to bring them into the stage. This was honestly the fastest way for me to do this. I went in with a relatively fresh Xu Rong. I had only just played through maybe 2 stages with her, and still completed the stage using a level 1 weapon and no mount in under 5 minutes. It also gave me 2 medium weighted 3rd level weapons, with some decent stats to boot. I played around with this stage, playing through it with other characters to get footage, and I was able to complete the stage with Zhao Ren and an okay 3rd weapon with red hair in just a couple of seconds more than 2 minutes. The only thing you'll need to be careful with is that there's an attack base on the way to Zhuge Liang in the northeast. It's the only path path to that area, but luckily you don't need to worry about opening the doors on an attack base. However, sometimes this base is a defense base, meaning you may need to take out the base captain guarding the door before you rush towards Zhuge. There are a lot of enemy officers in the northern area, so if you're not fast enough, you will get surrounded very easily. Through the 4 stories you'll need to play through to unlock the Conquest of Nanzhong, it's likely you will get a healer bodyguard, so be sure to take her into the stage with you. She'll slowly level up even if you start this grind with her at level 1, but that is the easiest method I've found to unlock the medium weighted 3rd level weapon for every character. If you're playing vanilla Dynasty Warriors 5, you can get to this point after 4 story playthroughs and just bring in the new characters as you unlock them so you don't have to deal with that 4-hit combo. If you're playing with Extreme Legends or decide to spend a couple $100s in order to play this in HD, you can start working on popping everyone's 3rd weapon as soon as you press start. Now, there is one question that I haven't covered, and that is how can you unlock the 3rd weapons quickly if you are only working with Extreme Legends? Just buying Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends won't get you access to everything. With only Extreme Legends, you get Legend Mode, Extreme Mode, and Destiny Mode. That's it. Obviously, you won't easily get the 3rd weapon for your characters through Extreme or Destiny Mode, so you're going to have to rely on Legend Mode. Unfortunately, none of these stages are really good for grinding purposes. Not only will you have to complete them on hard difficulty, but they all have goals to meet before completing the stage, meaning there is no method to quickly get your 3rd weapon. So, what's my advice for those working with only Extreme Legends? Well, you're just gonna have to buy Dynasty Warriors 5 Vanilla. Sorry, bud. I'm really glad I did this, because not only do I have the 3rd weapons for every character so that I can breeze through their story, but if there's specific footage of a character that I want to get, I can get it without needing to grind that character in order to have their full moveset. I can't do that with Dynasty Warriors 4. Even though that is my favorite of the classics, it doesn't have a stage that I can easily get the 3rd weapon from. That being said, one of the videos that I am planning to do is how to get easy weapon experience in Dynasty Warriors 4, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime though, I hope you enjoy playing through Dynasty Warriors 5 with the full moveset. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more. Did you enjoy the first Daily Grind episode? What are some other things you'd like to see me tackle here? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to help support this channel and what I do here, you can join the Guild, just like these awesome people that you're seeing on screen right now. You can join them at the end of every single video for just $1 a month over on Patreon, or you can donate in a one-time fashion and join the volunteer unit over on Ko-fi. And of course, a special shout out to my Guild General, Beggy Beg Beg, for supporting this channel at the top tier. There are other rewards and other tiers as well, so check out the links that you see on screen, and I will see you all down in the comments.